when I was in college, I used to see a lot of films, and I was a film buff. And I had decided that after my graduation, I'll go to film industry and join Mr. Guru Dutt for a few years, a couple of years, and then I'll become a director. You know, when you are 18 years old, things are very simple and easy. So that is what I had decided, but so very unfortunate that I came to Bombay in 64, 4th of October, and he passed away on 10th of October. So I could never even see him. But that's how it is. I have been very fortunate otherwise. There are so many writers, so many directors, so many actors whom I have admired in my college days. And then I got opportunity to spend hours and days with them. But Guru Dutt is one exception that I could not meet. And I really had thought that when I go, somehow I'll manage, because Sahir Sahib was a very good friend of Guru Dutt, and he had written songs for Pyasa. So I thought this connection will work, and I'll assist him for a while. But it did not happen. I was highly impressed by Guru Dutt in my college days, and forgive me for my modesty, which will come in my conversation again and again, when I was 17, 18, I used to refuse to see films of certain superstars because I believe that they are hams and bad actors. And it means I had some choice. And Guru Dutt had made a deep impression on me in my teenage also. Because I think he was the first person. We had great directors like Mehboob, like Bimal Roy, like other directors before them also in new theatre. But Guru Dutt was the first person who spoke through visuals. So that is the first thing. The other people were good directors, took good performances, shot at right location, create the right ambience in the picture, and so on, and well-written films. But talking through the visual was taught to us by Guru Dutt.
Guru Dutt is an experience. You can see him again and again at different, like a great poem. You can watch Guru Dutt at 22 and it means something else. You see him. So as I have seen Guru Dutt every time, and I keep revisiting him, there is nothing that I have done in my life that is not influenced by him. Nothing. And I haven't measured up to him. That's another story. That's another story. I've been trying to. But, you know, every film that I have done, every shot that I have taken, every scene that I have written, every song that I have tried to picturize, you cannot imagine. I mean, I can't imagine it without Guru Dutt. He has taught us how to make films. He has taught us how to see a scene. He has told us how to take that blueprint, which is the script, and then rewrite it on film.
No, I grew up knowing about him because my closest friend was his nephew. So we were in school from kindergarten until engineering college. We were together. We shared a room. So I used to hear stories about his uncle. So he was Mr. Devi Dutt's son, Sanjay. So he's one of my closest friends even now. We were school, college. We studied together, and I discovered his films much later. I used to hear about him as Sanjay's uncle. He had passed away much before we were born. But I watched, Pyasa is the first film I saw, and it has left a lasting impression on me. So when I became a filmmaker, Pyasa has been like a primer. It also, I mean, more than the number of films I've made, I think I've had more heartbreak than the number of films I've made. Heartbreak in love. And, every time Guru Dutt has taught me that, pitting oneself can actually be beautiful. And I suddenly began to think of self-sympathy as a virtue, as something that I should celebrate. And that heartbreak is actually, very, very cinematic. And that I wish I can make a film that talks about heartbreak and love one day, just to pay tribute to the person who's influenced me.
Gurudat, we live in an era where resilience is more celebrated than sensitivity. I always find we talk of the resilient and not the sensitive. And the gap between the two, with a bit of human effort, is a lot of luck. Sensitivity can become resilience with a little bit of luck. But sensitivity, if not supported by that luck, goes down a hell of a lot. And as artists, as the most sensitive artists, it is very surprising how the most sensitive, all of us have gone through that stuff. We pick that out. We love to celebrate a person who's fallen and come up. We never love to celebrate a person who's fallen and the sensitivity behind that fall. And Gurudat to me is an epitome of sensitivity. I don't want to talk about his film because I'm not qualified to talk about the craft of any other person in the world because I've just made a film, Killing Critics, so I can't be one. But the fact of the matter is, to me as an artist, he inspires me to be actually, to just remember that sensitivity. It's very important sometimes to feel vulnerable, sometimes to kind of not be understood by many people, but you just know what you're doing. You just go on. Today, the pressure is a lot more on artists to kind of conform, to kind of do this, to look at these forces, look at that forces, because there are 1,000 people coming and telling you what you're doing is stupid. Okay, everybody's telling me. Now, I'll give you a small thing which Madhu Mantena had put up yesterday, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things that I have read. This is something very true for all of us artists, and it's quite beautiful. Why? He says, let us always remember that a truly creative mind, abnormally, even inhumanly sensitive. To them, a touch is a blow, a sound is a noise, a misfortune is a tragedy, a joy is ecstasy, and failure feels like death. Add to this the strange, unknown inward urgency to pour out creation, because they are not truly alive unless they're creating. Thing for all artists, and that's all an artist is. Everything else just happens to that person. And for Gurudat, it did happen a lot of times. It didn't happen once. And that once, actually, nobody can understand, nobody can explain that. But that one would have hurt so much. And that hurt is very beautiful, because for an artist like me, I actually celebrate that hurt. I actually want to just hold on to that stuff. And that's all I did in Chup. I just said, what if today he didn't go deep into himself and kind of destroy himself, but instead decided to kind of destroy somebody else who'd caused him that hurt. An artist can also do that. Why can't he do that? So to me, Gurudat is an inspirational artist. The heart of Gurudat is what I love. I mean, it's all over his films, but more I watch his films, I always look at that vulnerability of the filmmaker. I never look at craft in a film. I always look at the feel in a film, and I just don't want to process it, don't want to add words to it, but I just want to feel that vulnerable feeling of a person who's trying to kind of just pour out his heart.